You know, things that worked stop working when when the environment changes. Things that I had done to run my business in New York stopped working. And I was diversified in the same business. In other words, I could act and I could, so I did a off Broadway play lead when, and I had done the commercial and I got residuals for that. But the core of reliable work that I'd had traditionally as running the grip truck was damaged by the situation as it had changed. Profit margins on my business were not very good, and I was competing with highly capitalized and established businesses that didn't pay their workers very much. So I couldn't get a job making the same money I was making because I was making money off the rent of my equipment and my labor at the same time. So I got money being a truck driver and I got money renting my equipment. I made a deal. I didn't have a studio and I didn't have new equipment, and regulations were changed. So and then the meeting I had over what might be done didn't turn out too well because I guess I was too honest or didn't know enough, and plus I was physically and emotionally damaged. So I ended up leaving town, leaving New York City, which was where I was mostly appreciated. I had to retreat to North Carolina by way of Florida and Rochester because I didn't have any relatives that would take me in and give me a place to stay or loan me money, more money. I had some help, but you know, when your back's about to explode, pain kind of alters your decision making process sometimes. And I don't know, I started thinking when I turned on the camera about how the situation has changed. We're in what Jared Diamond described as a bottleneck. So to get through this bottleneck, our systems have to be absolutely perfect, really, because we've lost margins due to due to overpopulation. No matter what anybody says, there are real limits to how much pressure you can put on your environment with the way people act realistically. They don't have choices in a lot of situations, and you've got a lot of kleptocrats putting money away instead of putting it into their national systems. Then you see China going in and building systems for people, kind of like the way the British Empire operated. So we need to recognize that we just have to make systems operate according to best practices, and we know what they are. What's it going to take? Apparently it's going to take a world government, and that's pretty scary.